Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 5 of this Let's Play, Hearts of Iron 4. This is the Kaiserreich mod, and we are playing the Empire of Brazil, which is currently integralist Brazil, but it will sooner rather than later become the Empire. So what happened in the last episode? Well, we had the most underwhelming civil war ever. It was bizarrely easy, actually. So we've now just shifted our troops down to La Plata in preparation for a war against them. We are still trying to recover our political power, and to that end we are not currently getting a focus. Is there anything which would help us? No, we need faith and state. This gives us recruitable population, so no. That does give us a little bit, but not enough. That one gives us 100 political power, and yeah, that would help. And that gives us 200. Going through this, I don't think would really help us go faster. So we're just going to need to wait the almost 2 years just to let the political power burn off of its own volition. And I was about to say we could go to war with Argentina in that time, but we can't really. Part of the reason is because we actually want to use the CB that we get against Argentina, which comes from where? I know there's one here somewhere. Is it one of these? Oh, it's Revanche, of course it is. So we need to go down this line and then get Revanche. So actually that would be 200, 300, and 40, 70, 140, 21, 28. So it would actually be faster to go through this rather than just waiting. So you know what, we will. The pedantic idea of separation of the church from temporal power is nothing but proto-syndicalist drivel. The church is the heart and soul of our nation. From its inception to these dark times, and leave it outside the reconstruction projects is short-sighted at best, socialist at worst. Faith and state. Plus we need that one to actually get the empire back again, so we may as well start working. Does La Plata have a navy? You do. Quite a lot bigger than mine, in fact. 21 to 26 ships. We've got like 5. In which case, I think the Argentine Navy is going to outdo us. So I think we're just going to go and sit in our port, to be honest. Excavation 2. Good. That allows us to get more production going. Oh, sorry, more resource extraction. It is January 39. So we can start working on these. So I'm going to go for construction 3. Marvellous. Good timing. So we are still getting 0.38 of that a day. We would need to get up to 80% to get high party popularity bonus, so that's not going to happen for a while, I don't think. Qing has declared war on Shangqing. Tinggao. Let's have a look at that. Qing versus Sangqingao. Qing should win that one. Markleek and Mongolia are still fighting. It looks like Mongolia is finally advancing into the Markleek. I think that was their border. Yes, it was. So yes, Mongolia is finally advancing. Russia, come on, dude. This should be easy. Fascist Russia. Crazy. Spirit de Corps, further stabilization, Okranka. So they have some of the bonuses. Germany hasn't started anything yet. Neither has France. Igneous Sinius, The Red Flood. Igneous Sinius, Lithuania's most famous impressionist writer, has recently published a new book, which we have read before. So what I'm going to start doing now is if there is a pop-up, which we've seen before in a previous play, I'm going to click through it. If you want to see it, I'll pause for a moment, but if you want to read it, then please just pause the game. But if it's something which is specific to Brazil, or specific to whatever country we're playing as, then I will actually read it out. But we have seen some of these pop-ups numerous times before now. So again, if you are new to this channel and want to check that out, then by all means just pause the video. But otherwise, I will just skip through. Cool. Okay, so we're starting to get some more guns going. Hashemite took 2 states from Oman. Got 10,000 equipment. Blimey. Persia. Who are you at war with? Persia's fighting against Armenia. Interesting. So it's Egypt, Arabia, and Persia versus Armenia and Tripolitania. Oh, they were Ottoman puppets, which apparently didn't get pieced out. Yeah, Egypt is indeed advancing into Tripolitania, aka Libya. Cool. Still progressing through that. We could start training some more troops. Not yet. Actually, yes, we can. Because even if we're on half amount of equipment, we can at least start the training process going. What's happening over here? The United Syndicates of America seem to be obliterating everyone else, although the United States has taken the American Union States industrial base. And usually these two can kind of hold each other off. This part of the Americas not that valuable in this era. So the fact that the United States has taken this is a big deal. Like if they were down to just that, then game over. So it kind of looks like this is going to be combined syndicates versus the United States, while the American Union State is going to be taken out by the US. But you have taken some of the big cities over there. Central America, 1. So they have taken that down. Good stuff. Oh, I do wish there was more I could be doing. Can I, like, justify against someone? Need world tension to be at 25. Oh, and we need political power. Of course we do. Disappointed! And we are below 500 stability. So at what point does our stability improve? Disaster. Under 500 and you will have to pass above this number. So we are now above minus 500, so we should be going to very low stability very shortly, which is going to increase the number of factories we have available and is going to remove the production efficiency cap, which is good. Division organisation and national unity is still a problem though, as is factory output. Yeah, that's fine. I was like, why are we losing? But that's because we're actually building more troops. Cool. Increase in stability. Huzzah. Marvellous. So that's going to help our general recovery, plus it frees up a bunch of factories which were otherwise tied up for consumer goods, which now means that we are producing our Sao Paulo military factories more quickly. Excellent. That makes me happy. Oh, Russia, please don't. You're losing to Turkestan, Russia. Why? This should not be possible. Oh. Okay, we're up to just under 1 million manpower now from the Faith and State, which is pretty good. Clergy support, plus 40 political power and plus 2 times 50% research bonus for industries, which is pretty good. The clergy now stands fully behind us in our efforts to make the nation everything that it's supposed to be. The new Brazil, with the blessing of Our Lady, will be one nation under God, and under the Emperor too. Speaking of which, how long until we have the new technology? So I think that would be 50 days. We would be wasting 20 days worth of research, so we're going to get one technology, and actually by the time elastic defense is done, we will have the ability to go after the industrial ones. And you're going to increase research speed as well, which is fine. Ooh, we have a couple of cutoffs here. Careful, America. So United States has roughly the same number of divisions as the Union State, but many more factories. And syndicates have roughly the same number of factories, but America has a lot more civilian. And the Pacific States are still neutral, right? No, they're not. They are at war with the United States and the syndicates. Wait. They were puppeted by the United States. Interesting. I have not... Have I seen that happen? Oh, I'm pretty sure I haven't seen that happen before. Okay, so the United States has the Pacific States on their side, which might be why they're doing slightly better against the Pacific Union. And that also means that the United States is going to have a huge navy, because the Pacific States has a massive navy of their own, as does the United States. Interesting. Well, that would screw up a war against the Commonwealth if that ever happened. And very often it does. Construction still ongoing. We have the computing machine. Marvellous. So, what do we want to get next? I mean, we could start working on the concentrated industry, but honestly we're going to get 2 times industry bonus, so I think we should just hold off for the moment. Let's get improved infantry equipment so that we can go towards the 1939 Tier 2 guns, seeing as that's what we are predominantly using in our forces. And at some point we will have to switch our economy from going for infantry to tanks and stuff, but I don't think right now is the time. Our industry is still far too weak for that. French Republic, Deutsche Mittelafrika. Yeah, we're still waiting for the Second World War to break out. Very often it's earlier than this. So somehow they've kept some peace going between them. Roughly the same number of military factories now, but Germany has double the civilians. Though actually with Britain they would swing it. But still, Germany has more civilian factories than all 3 of these combined. And if Spain were in, that might... Spain might swing it. But the real problem here for Germany is manpower. The FAI has declared war on Portugal. I've seen them do that before. Reformed the economy. Tight restrictions. Mongolia took 6 states Markleek is defeated. They've still got the victors of the Wild Creek penalty. Okay, so Mongolia has suddenly grown a lot bigger. Qing Empire is indeed taking down Shangqing. Turkestan is beating Russia. I'm not even going to look at that, that's just disappointing. One of these days I really should do a YouTube series of Russia. I've now done 2 streams as Russia, and they're really good fun. Like, Russia is probably my favourite nation in Kaiserreich. I mean, Germany is a very close second. Union of Britain was a bit... it was alright, Didn't feel like you could have much impact, though. Well, with Germany and Russia, you definitely can. Germany is probably my favourite, just because it's the most flavourful. There is a lot to do with Russia, though, especially with all the different focus trees. Like, this is a thing of beauty. This really is. Like, I wish the vanilla focus trees were this in depth. This is just insane. And there's a second row, like us. Like, all of their foreign stuff is down here. But while if you think, like, Brazil's foreign thing is like that. Russia's one is slightly bigger. Goes hand in hand with their country, I guess. So you've gone Sankinyov, recruitable population, eesh, political power, national unity, big gain to national unity. That's actually pretty powerful. I mean, you're not going to science the hell out of anything like this line, but still, not bad. Okay, so we have got the clergy support now, and we're back onto our own list over here. Let's get the new fatherland for the 100 political power and the army experience, though we don't really need that, and we now have the bonuses to industry. The Patria Nova movement's momentum is irreversibly strong. For Brazilians of all races and classes know what truly matters. Country, family, and unity above all else. And above that, the Emperor. Obviously. Okay, so unit's almost trained. We've got plenty of guns in the bank, so we can start training the next unit very soon. And in fact, you're saying you can't deploy because I have not set any location. That is true. In fact, we've had a bunch of people training for a long time. Wasteful. So we'll wait for the newbie. There's the newbie. You can start training. And that should also start newbie here training. It does. Marvellous. And we could even start another unit. Cool. We have another factory going, which is only going to enhance the amount of stuff. No, we are still only short on oil, which doesn't really matter. I mean, we're just pumping out convoys at this stage. Although we have 77 convoys, we should start building something else. And we have a surplus in steel. So I would say we should build something which doesn't cost much oil and costs a lot of steel. Do we have any chromium? I doubt it. No. So we can build cruisers but not capital ships, is what that is telling me. In that case, I'm going to say that we should go for the heavy cruiser. We're going to do a fleet of heavy cruisers. We're going to build one more convoy And then we're going to heavy cruisers. We don't really have the naval production for this, but we will. One day. Oh, now we're short on steel. Nah. Elastic defense. Excellent. Let's get the industry. We'll go for concentrated industry first of all, so we can squeeze in more of the military factories into Rio de Janeiro and Sao Paulo. How's La Plata doing? German Empire has declared war on the Commune of France. That is the other way around than usual. Ooh, wow. You have a lot more troops than we do now. But we have a lot more factories. Okay, that's a big deal. Germany declared war. The Second Weltkrieg. The Weltkrieg is universally agreed to have been the most horrible war in human existence, but it appears that even the greatest nightmares cannot deter man's lust for blood. After numerous political struggles and periods of diplomatic tension, an uneasy peace between Germany and France has broken down. Austria, are you at war with anyone? No, you are entirely at peace. And you puppeted Romania at the end of the last episode. Interesting. Persia took one state, Armenia was annexed. So Persia is growing. Turkestan still beating Russia. Ah! Shouldn't be possible. These are French militias in the Wallonian region. I guess those are too. Yeah, there will be French militia in the Alsace-Lorraine. They usually get beaten like super quick. Not really an issue. No movement in the line yet. No offensives either. Oh no, Belgium's got a little bit. The militia are actually taking a bit of land here. The first thing will be the naval battles. I mean, that was a lot of fun actually, as the Union of Britain was the navy fights. You know what, playing against Germany with like maximum production bonuses would be quite interesting, because then your navy really would be on the ropes. It was kind of close run anyway, and I was kind of focusing navy construction, so if the AI had a bonus to naval construction, then it would be harder. The Japanese Empire has declared war on Hawaii. Hawaii is independent? Interesting. Construction 3. Marvellous. Let's grab this one, although this is now 50% faster too. And no, we'll get the production efficiency. We'll ramp our production up while we can. You know, Hawaii could actually be relatively difficult to take. Oh, Hawaii owns Wake and Midway? Interesting. Big important islands during the Second World War. Wake and Midway. Johnston Atoll. And this is all Hawaiian, Line Islands. So Japan's trying to take the Pacific. Maybe that's in a precursor for an invasion of the US. Actually, with the US so divided, a Japanese invasion of the US would actually be quite viable. That would be interesting. Rise of the Mongol Empire. News and reliable sources of them are scarce in the vast plains of Mongolia. But it has recently come to light that the mad Baron of Mongolia, Roman Ungarn von Stormberg, has risen to new heights and declared himself to be the successor to Genghis Khan. Do you have your own? You do have your own focus tree. It's quite an impressive one as well. I hadn't really considered playing as Japan in this. That could be interesting. The Rising Sun. German Goliath colonialism. There we go. Annex Hawaii. That's where you've gone. You've decided to ally with the Philippines, but annex Hawaii. Interesting. There we go. New fatherland. Operation Kuma. Operation Kamikaze. This is for a war against Mongolia? Invade Siberia. Colonial ultimatum for Bismarck martial alliance against the Pacific. Claim the colonies, that's against Germany. So this is all against Germany and Qing. So no, they don't have focus for the US. Alright, national focus. We are going to go with Effective centralization for the plus 200 200 political power. Brazil is more than a sum of its parts. It's a nation whose God-given destiny is to prosper. We must have an effective, active, central government if we are to see it done. And we will. We shall call him Emperor. And it will be amazing. I'm getting excited. Have we trained any more troops yet? No. We have loads of guns available. So our industry is definitely ramping up. In fact, we are on to the last one. One thing which I'd always forgotten is the more military factories you have, the more civilian factories you actually require for consumer goods. It's a percentage of total factories, not just of civilian, which are required for consumer. So the more military ones you have, the less civilian you will have available. The French Republic has declared war on Tuaregs. That's more of a civil war. Though I've never seen France lose either of these. I wonder... because I know there was a discussion about whether France should get cores and all of this. So I wonder if this is part of their getting cores or something. Finally, you frickin' beat Turkestan. Damn it, Russia. That should have been way quicker. Oh, here's the offensive. Fighting across the entire border. Portugal still holding. How many troops do you have? Like a third of what Spain has. Concentrate Industry 3. Cool. We'll deal with that in a minute. Russian state has declared war on the Mongolian Khanate. Interesting. You know what? I reckon the Mongols will actually give them some pause. I don't know. You've given Germany a long time to recover, so I reckon Germany's got that war. Mongolian Khanate, having just beaten Ma. You're outnumbered 4-1. But your industry is pretty strong, and you have the home advantage. Russia's big. Russia's also got to defend itself against other people. Okay, so, research. We need to continue with the land doctrine, for sure. I think we were going to go with the mobile infantry. Plus, we also need this one, definitely. Tanks, breakthrough and organization. Organization. Motorized and mechanized. Recovery and max speed. Now, we were going to go with heavy tanks? No, there was something I was thinking about here. I've forgotten what it was. So of the heavy equipment stuff, we can only get light tanks. And then hardness and max speed. So yes, I think that we are going to be focusing a lot on the motorized and mechanized rather than the tanks. Motorized, mechanized, +5 organization, tanks organization 1, tank recovery rate, or recovery rate faster, max speed increased. Yeah, I think it's got to be the mobile infantry line. Regular infantry is often too slow to keep up with, react to, or escape from rapidly moving armoured forces. The answer is to focus on motorised or mechanised infantry, which can keep up the pace with modern warfare. Yeah, we'll do that. I mean, we can still get, like, medium tanks and stuff, they just won't be as good. That is true. Okay, we're down to minus 284. So at what point do we go to low stability? 250. Okay, we're only 33 away. And our factories have done their job. Build me, whoops, more military factories in either of those. And then I think we're going to be back on the infrastructure construction. Ooh, effective centralization is being done pretty quickly. Magnificent. In fact, that's going to bring us to minus 81, in which case we'll be 31 away from going to medium or average stability. And then we're basically ready for a war against Argentina. I mean, you outnumber us quite a lot. But my armies are growing. And I have quite a significant industrial advantage over you. Not to mention my hardened troops from the extremely difficult civil war that we had to fight through. Nope, couldn't keep my face straight. Okay, production efficiency gap plus 10%. Marvellous. We might actually want excavation, maybe? No, we want support equipment. We want to make our infantry as strong as possible. You guys are still fighting. No, oh no, the French make a slight breakthrough. Guinea's gone. And in fact, our steel deficit is going to be growing, so we might well actually want to buy in some steel at this point. Some more steel, even. From whom? The Russian state might actually be a good option here. Except we can't. Why not? Oh, because we have no factories available for trade. Huh. Well, that's annoying. In that case, we definitely need to secure a better source of steel. Jeez. That's going to be a pretty major problem. Hey, Argentina. Argentina has a little bit of steel. Not much. Chile has a lot, though. We're definitely going to have to go up to Chile. Effective centralization. Marvellous. And then Revanche. Brazil is now united. Without traitors and defeatists in our army, victory is all but certain. It's high time to put the Transalpine scum back in its place. Marvellous. And with that, we will end this episode. So thank you very much for watching. If you are enjoying this series so far, then please do hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, then do consider subscribing. And if you have any tips or advice for me, let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.